And so it was one of those things where I said, yo, this is needed in Hollywood. And I said, giving everybody a platform where you can show your short films, your web series, your trailers, your documentaries, your full features, and bring everybody that makes Hollywood turn and let them see the new talent that's coming up. And this is what it is. And now I'm taking it on the road, doing, it's been 11 years now, and now taking it on the road, I'll be doing it in Miami, Atlanta, DC, Chicago, New York, Dallas, Philly, and we're going to do it once a month in these different cities. And we're going to be the American Idol for films. So you become a celebrity in your city, and then we take the great films and we take them back to Hollywood, show them at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood, and then we try to place them with the different networks or different studios to get them made. And this is what it's all about. It's giving everybody the opportunity to step in that community that's going to give them the bridge to get into Hollywood.
And it sounds, I mean, you could just hear it, like the passion you really have behind this. Why do you think it's so important to create this community and to give these creatives a space?
Because, there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of jewels out there, a lot of gems out there that just want the opportunity. And, my thing is this, being in this business, you got to reach back. You got to reach back and pull up. You got to pull people up, and I've seen so many times that, the elevator has gone up with so many people, but then they don't reach back down and bring other people up on the elevator. I've always been that person. I always want to see people win, and when I came to Hollywood, I got to give it to Morris because he was the one who was my high beams in coming into Hollywood and understanding. And I learned a lot from him, about your brand, building your brand. I always say the only thing you own in life is your name, and you don't dirt that. And there's things you got to do. If you want to do it, you got to go out there and grab it. You got to go get it. Hollywood is not going to come for you. You got to go get it. You got to go get Hollywood. And you got to understand that in this place, there's the do's and the don'ts. I learned it from this man right here, and he helped me, become who I am today. And I put it out there every time when I talk to people. I say, if it wasn't for Morris, I wouldn't be in Hollywood because, I was going to go to New York. He said, you got to come here and be this fish in the big pond in Hollywood if you want to make it. Because this is where it's at. And so I always say, we've been brothers from day one, so I thank him all the time.
Well, let's bring in your brother here. You guys, of course, have been friends for so long now, went to college together. What does it feel like for you in this moment? You guys are both like really at the top of your respective fields and are able to give back and reach back to help these upcoming creatives.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible to see what they've built. This is something that is giving a lot of people opportunity. Because when you're starting out as any type of creative in Hollywood, whether you're an actor, director, or want to be an aspiring producer, it's daunting. And for him to give people opportunity to whatever they produce, whatever they act in, to get exposure. Because Dave Brown, everybody in Hollywood knows Dave Brown, from top studio execs, the top agents, managers, producers. They know Dave. Dave has an excellent name in Hollywood. So he's always for decades, he's brought people together. And so that's what he's doing now. And just even to hear the story that we were discussing earlier about the young man who did a documentary, and he came to Dave Brown Indie Night and he actually got a deal from it. So those are the types of things that's what Dave founded Indie Night on. That was the goal, and he's accomplishing that goal. And it's just great to see him flourish like that.
Oh, so sweet, all the brotherly love in here. I'm curious, also from you, Morris, there are going to be a lot of creatives, a lot of upcoming actors coming today too, that are interested in getting into this role. What are, people always ask for advice, but what are maybe one or two actionable steps that they can take if they want to become an actor and say, following your footsteps?
What I tell people first and foremost, because people ask me that question a lot when I go across the country, actually go across the world, but one of the main things is just to do it. It's so daunting. It's daunting, to follow your dreams, because a lot of people try to crush your dreams. You don't even realize it. So it's daunting to follow your dreams, and then it's daunting just taking that first step. But you have to. It's imperative that you take that first step because no one is going to do that for you. So I would say, just do it, and then once you do it, focus on your craft. A lot of times people may get into the industry for the wrong or right reasons, whatever is up to them, and they think that they're just going to go to a party and they're going to talk to a producer, and then they've made it. Or they're going to sit in the corner at a restaurant. Let me go, this producer goes, let me sit in the corner at a restaurant, and they're going to discover me. Yeah, I was seen, I was discovered. And listen, I don't discourage. I say, okay, I mean, that could happen. I mean, you never know. It could happen. But if you want longevity, you have to really focus on your craft. Keep working at what you do. And treat everybody with respect. Unfortunately, our industry, it primarily, for a lot of people, it's an ego-driven industry. Most people want to get into it for the ego, and so when they get to a certain point, they don't treat people with respect. But with me, I say you always have to treat everybody with respect and be courteous and do what you're supposed to do, be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, and you can have some success.
Yeah. And, Dave, I'm curious from you, like, I was asking Morris, there are a lot of creatives coming, a lot of producers or, just whatever it may be. What is something that you would recommend for people who are scared to take that step and say, I want to submit to Indie Film Festival. I want to go for it, but are just scared to make that first leap into it?
I think it's the word that I tell everybody that we're always used to hearing in Hollywood, and that's the word no. No means next opportunity. To do the things that you really want to do. You can't sit back and just sell because, you don't know, you may have talent. People may not want to see you shine. And sometimes you may overshine other people, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But, what I look at is I see people shine. I want to see you win. I want to give you the opportunity. I want to see you go to the next level. And so for me, it's a community that, when you're around the right people, all the people that come to Indie Night that want to see people shine, Morris himself, we have Robbie Reed, we have Jamie Foxx who's come there. We have all these gems that are coming to see these people shine. And the thing about it is, they don't have to come. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, his career is already going. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about to look back and say, okay, you could be the next. You could be the next is an important thing. So that's what we want to do, and that's what we're doing as we're taking on the road, going out and becoming the American Idol for films. Looking for those people out there, bringing them back to Hollywood and say, hey, we're the bridge. We're the bridge giving you the opportunity. And there's no color lines. My thing is this, in art, there is no color. There's no color. You be black, white, it doesn't matter. Asian, Filipino, Mexican, it doesn't matter. You are creating art, and art is supposed to be not about the color, but about the content that you're putting on the screen. Absolutely. And that's what I'm all about. And so here at Indie Night, we do it all for you. We give it to you, and we want to see people shine.
I just want to say something too. I just want to say something to the word no. People have to understand, when you're in Hollywood in any capacity, you're going to hear that a lot. And what it is really how you're able to deal with it. Yeah. Some people it's crushing. Some people feel. I can't tell you, even when I was starting out, how many times I went to an audition. I said, "Oh man, as long as I get this part, it's gonna be it. It's gonna be the part that's gonna take me to whatever level I want to be
this
at."
This is the one.
This is the one. This is the one a million times.
Yeah.
But it's all about how you perceive that. Like you said, so when you do hear no, when you go up for an audition, did I get it? Did I get a call back? And your agent tells you no, you immediately have to shift your focus to, like you said, the next opportunity and keep going. So you really have to get used to hearing no, because you're gonna hear it a lot. And I tell people all the time, for every role that people may have seen me in, I have 100 no's, and you're constantly getting no's. It doesn't matter how high you are, because there's gonna be some project that you want that they're just not gonna want you for. And you just have to be okay with that and look for the next opportunity.
Yeah. It's so powerful you say that, because people do kind of see that success, of course, of what they see on TV or Instagram or whatever. And it's like, oh, you're living the life, you're doing this and this and that. But there's a lot of work that goes in behind that.
Without a doubt.
All right. So I want to know from both of you, what is, if you could do a movie about yourselves, you two have had both incredible careers thus far. What would be the name of your individual movies? Dave, you go first. Let's hear it.
Wow. Oh my God. You know what it is? Name my movie, Hollywood's Best Friend.
Oh.
Hollywood's Best Friend. And the reason why I say that is, and he can attest to this, is, I have a friend that talks about, you know what spackle is?
Yeah, the stuff that you put on the
bricks.
Yeah.
In between bricks. I'm spackle. I like to bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying? It's you don't really understand this. And my father's a minister. He's a pastor. I'm pretty much my father. You know, I am my father. You know what I'm saying? And he brings so many people together. I've seen how he's touched so many people, and I feel I'm the same way. You know, I feel like I enjoy bringing people together and seeing things nourish out of, you know, connecting people.
Yeah.
You know, when they say this, my black book is incredible. My black book, my phones are incredible because I say you always have to know. Whenever he calls me and he says, Dave, I need such. I say, oh, I'm gonna call such. I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it happen. You know, and you know that's a testament to don't tell me no. My thing is if we're gonna get into place, I'm gonna get you in.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe that bringing people together is what we need to do more of. Number one, and giving everybody opportunity. So I'm Spackle, but my name is gonna be Hollywood's best friend.
I love that.
No, that is a good one. I mean, I can't even top that.
Right.
Well, you know, I think for me, what is the title? I think for me, one of the things that I've always focused on, because one of the things in the industry that a lot of people do is they're always looking at someone else and saying, okay, well, they got that. It either makes them feel worse about themselves or gets them dejected. For me, I've always said to myself, it's not to the fast or the swift, but to the steady. You know, I've always looked, because there have been people that I've started with in Hollywood. They've shot up and gotten great accolades. You know, and I just have always for myself is just focused on myself and improving and being who I am and what I'm doing, and focusing more on my craft. And I didn't look at other people and get dejected. I look at other people as inspiration,
yeah.
and it's a huge difference. So it's very similar to the word no, it's like opportunity. It's all about the perspective that you have with the many fluctuations of the business.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, everyone fluctuates. You know, you can think of stars that 20 years ago that were at the top of the game, they're not there now. There are people at the top of the game went up, went down, and they're coming back up again. So it's really about so I would just say perspective. It's about the perspective that you have on the world and in particular what we're talking about in the industry.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let it wait before because he shall shoot down. But you know, I believe that Morris is the leading man that will always work. I watch him. I've come on sets, and like I always see him, he treats everybody the same. And I'm gonna tell you this. If you understand this, and I'm going to say this, I'm looking at the camera and say this. Whenever you go on set, you are the one that controls your set. Yeah. If you treat everybody wrong on ground level, then your day is going to be bad. If you come in and you're the leading man, and you come in and you give everybody love, you're going to have a great set. And that's what it's all about. You know, and I learned so much from him. And my thing is this. I watch people and I watch how not to be. You know what I'm saying? And I watch him and I say, I learn something all the time. When I see him on set and we worked on numerous films together, and I said, yo, it's fun to come to work. And in any situation that he's in, he makes everybody, the girl that goes get the water, he makes everybody feel comfortable. He talks to them. Because, you know, it's that whole thing when you're on set, don't talk to the lead actor.
It is.
It's always like
true.
that.
It's
you know?
true.
And it's not like that. And no, don't get me wrong. There are some people that are jerks on set because they don't realize and understand how to control your set and make it a great place to be. You know? And this is what he always does. And I always say, you will always see Morris working because Morris is that guy that is a gentleman. He goes and respects everybody, no matter who you are. And he brings that energy to the set to say you are important as well. So I always appreciate for what he's doing. And like I said, he's been a great supporter of Indie Night Film Festival. And, you know, he tells me, I know whenever I talk to him, he's going to give me the real and tell me this or that. And so this is why I say my brother right here is great. He's not going to talk about it, but I always like giving his flowers on what it is because he will always work in this business. And I've seen so many people, as he said, the elevator goes up and it comes down. but this elevator right here is always down.
Well, I want to give you both your flowers. Congratulations on the success of the Indie Night Film Festival. You coming in, supporting your brother. This is amazing to see. And so I'm excited. It's time to go. Thank you both.
Thank you.